Hi everyone, I have a new review here. It's the Ariana Grande Cloud Perfume and the Francis Curtigian Baccarat 540. If you have been watching my channel, I have featured the Baccarat Rouge several times. I have two bottles of Baccarat Rouge here. One is a perfume and one is a body oil. And I'm basically jumping in the bandwagon because I've heard a lot of reviews or several reviews comparing Ariana Grande's Cloud to my ultimate or my most favorite perfume, which is the Baccarat Rouge. So I got so intrigued. Of course, I had to try it because, if there's a cheaper version of my favorite scent, why not, right? Okay, so I have been using the Baccarat Rouge for more than 2 years now. Of course, we know that it costs $300 for a 2.4 mil, and it's quite pricey. It was $300 plus tax. And the hair, no, it's not the hair mist. Why do I keep saying hair mist? The body oil is $98 itself. While this Ariana Grande, of course, is 3.4 ounces, so it's massive, and it's an eau de parfum, and it's only $60 plus tax. So I think I paid $67 all in all. So, of course, the Cloud perfume is a no-brainer. It's very, very cheap. And guys, if I could bathe in my Baccarat Rouge, I would do that. But it's just so damn expensive. But the Baccarat Rouge so far has has been the most complimented perfume in my collection. It's like I get asked by random people. When I went to a thrift shop, the cashier was even asking me what I was wearing. And this big African American woman was like, "What are you wearing? Smells so good." And guys, I thought I couldn't smell it, and that was like 5 hours after I've worn it. And one funny compliment that I got was I was washing my hands in a McDonald's bathroom, and I guess I got past this. They were a couple, teenagers actually, and she just popped in her head. She did not come all the way inside the bathroom. She just popped in her head and asked me, "You smell so good." And that's coming from, she was like a backpacker, very young. And I was just, surprised because I thought I couldn't smell myself anymore, but people could. So I think Sillage is really, really good. But I feel like the Baccarat Rouge disappears on me, but people around me could smell me. So I think it's a skin scent, but it's something that people close to you or people that you pass by could still smell it. So this is really, really good. And as you can see, I have already I'm almost done, guys. So I'm like, this cost me an arm and a leg. So I was planning to get the big one, but it's like $500 plus tax. So I'm like, and you should consume that within 3 years, otherwise it will go bad. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Or I'll probably just get the tester. It's $295. No, not tester. The sample with the you can buy them at Neiman Marcus. There's like four of them, but it is the travel size, and it's $295. But at least that one you can bring it with you, so that's one good thing. I don't know, it's very, very expensive, but I love, love, love this scent. So as I was telling you, if I could bathe in it, I definitely would. And this was an accidental purchase actually. I didn't know what this perfume was. I just got a sample. I was sent a sample, and it was just in my drawer for a very long time. And then until one day I was cleaning, and I got it out, and I'm like, oh, geez, this is so good. So when I buy a perfume, guys, I don't really look into the notes. If it smells good and I like it, I buy it. That's it. So yeah, yeah, I really have to save up and get another bottle of this. So in the meantime, I have this. It's the scented body oil, but actually, just save your money. I think it's better to just save up for the perfume itself because it didn't help much, guys. I would spray these on areas where I would spray my perfume, but it really didn't help. So, and I wanted to buy the hair mist, which is only $65, but I don't think it's gonna work either. So what I have been using, I would spray this on my hairbrush, and guys, it smells so good. The smell just stays there for a very, very long time. I had a sample and I put it in my glass case, eyeglass case, and it's been like 3 months and 5 months, three or past 3 months, and the smell is still there. So every time I open it, the smell is just so good. So this is my number one perfume ever, and it has never been dethroned. It has not been dethroned yet at this point. Okay, going back to this cloud perfume. Okay, so to be honest, guys, okay, when I went to Ulta the first time, I sprayed this and it didn't smell anything like Baccarat Rouge. Okay, so this is the biggest bottle that they have, and actually I thought it was very, very tacky. The I mean, the packaging I thought was very, very tacky when I first saw it at Ulta, but then I think I've come to appreciate it now. Of course, it's only $6. What do you expect? It's not gonna come in a fancy packaging. In fact, there are a lot of, most of the niche fragrances that I know, except for Killian fragrances, they just come in a pretty simple, like diptyque. It's very simple, and some, in fact, the Baccarat Rouge thing is very, very simple too. So when I saw this, it was like cartoonish thing. It's like, what is this whimsical thing? Because it just felt so cheap. But then now, I've come to appreciate this base. The bottle is shaped, guys, like the Chanel, those Chanel bottles. But of course, with just the exception of this. This one, guys, is plastic, but this one is glass. You could tap it. See, but this one is plastic. So because it's cheap, I guess. And this one is like rubber. I think it's rubber plastic, and it's like one of those toys, rubber ducky toys. Yeah, it's this is heavy though, so I like it. It's heavy. So I've heard some people say it's like the Care Bears or whatever. So now let's look at the juice for this one. The Ariana Grande, the top, lavender, pear, bergamot. The heart is coconut, praline, and vanilla orchid, and cashmere. Okay, so going back to my first encounter with this one, so I tried it, I sprayed it. I was very, very disappointed with the packaging, of course, when I was in Ulta. But now, but now I've come to appreciate it. Okay, so when I sprayed it, I was like, it doesn't smell like Baccarat at all. What are they talking about, right? So I didn't get it. I did not buy it. Now I got sent some papers from Ulta. I think that was featuring their sale or whatever, and inside was those samples that you can. It's not actually a sample, but the paper sample where you just rip it open, and you could smell the perfume. And I was like, I didn't even know what it was, but when I opened it, I was like, huh, it smells like Baccarat Rouge. What is this? So I got sent two of those papers. One was, I think, Chanel or something, and the other one was like, what is this? It smells like Baccarat Rouge. And I opened it up and it was Cloud from Ariana Grande. So I was like, huh. So why does it smell of Baccarat Rouge in the paper, but not on me when I first smelled it? So anyway, I went again and I went back to Ulta and without hesitation, um, I bought it. So it doesn't matter whether it's just a whiff of Baccarat Rouge, as long as, it has a hint of Baccarat Rouge, that's good enough for me. And for this, I could just bathe myself. And guys, I spray myself like 6 or 8 times on this one. I really don't care because it's very, very cheap. So I bought it. And my review on this one is when you smell the cap, guys, it smells like Baccarat Rouge. Just the cap itself, okay? If you smell the top of the cap, they smell alike, okay? And on the paper, they smell alike. And when I sprayed this on me, like I probably had a good dose, like 6 sprays, then I would get Baccarat Rouge, vibe. But this one disappears right away. So it's like within minutes on me. So I'm like, okay. But I really don't mind reapplying it because it's cheap. So, what I get, some people say they smell marshmallows on this one. But in fact, it has similarities with this, my Killian Princess. They smell the same to me. It has a sugary note. It's like pink sugar to me. But of course, between the two, this one, Princess, is my favorite. It has like a very, very delicious note. And I don't detect coconut. So I think we all smell differently, of course. The way we smell, they're not the same. So if you spray this right away, I'm telling you, would smell like Baccarat Rouge, and then after a while it disappears, and then this is not long lasting on my clothes either. Probably just I would expect perfumes to last on my clothes and not on my skin. And but as I've told you, I really don't mind. This is very cheap. It's only $65. So it's a good substitute. And it's just really nice to wear it at night. I love to wear my perfumes at night, especially my sweet perfumes at night. And I'm really, really trying not to use this all up, and I'm reserving it just for special occasions. But this one, just go ahead, guys, and buy this. If you love sweet perfumes, it has that marshmallowy vibe. And I would say pink sugar vibe. And it's really, really nice. And I don't mind reapplying it. And it's for the price, of course, what you expect. And this is my very first celebrity fragrance, actually. Always been a snob. I don't know why. The very first celebrity fragrance that I've worn so far and bought was the JLo when it first came out, and I was still working on ships before. And but then I ended up giving that away, and it just makes me feel so matured. And this one is, they said that of course gourmands are for, they're marketed towards the younger crowd. But I love wearing it. In fact, that's why I bought this, because my son loves to spritz on my perfumes. So I said, okay, Nothing could go wrong. It's only $67. So yeah, sure. I can have that for, if I could. I also have this in mind. It's on my wish list. The Dua Casino Royale, but it's still a bit expensive for the price. So I think it's because you're gonna get like you have to pay $85 for a tiny bit. So I'm like, why not just save up and get the real thing for $200 more? I don't know. I love to wear the real thing, guys, but this is not a dupe. I wouldn't say it's a dupe, but it's just really nice and close to it, and because they're not marketing it as a dupe, so I wouldn't consider it unless unlike the Casino Royale Dua, then they're marketing it as a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. This one is not a dupe, but nevertheless, it still smells, the same as Baccarat Rouge, so why not, right? So there you go, guys. That's just my take. So I would suggest that go ahead and buy it, and at the same time, I wouldn't suggest that you buy the oil because honestly, it didn't do much. So the perfume itself will, compensate for everything because this is really, really nice. So for now, this is my favorite perfume, the Baccarat Rouge, and this is just the cheaper alternative. Okay, if you're in love with this perfume, okay, bye.